welcome to Beauty First and 10. Today we're going to go through a bunch of new makeup that they had at Sephora and Ulta. And so I got two boxes here. My Ulta box, man, super beat up. It came and it was kind of all dented and I was like, I hope the products are okay. But everything looks like it survived it. So we're going to go through all of these products, try them on today and see how everything looks. So let's dive in. Okay, so the first two products we're grabbing are out of the Ulta box. And that includes this foundation. This is by Hourglass and it's their Illusion Luminous foundation. And I figured if I was getting that, I might as well get their Airbrush primer. So I'm going to put both of these on and I'll be right back. So just a pit stop in just to show you what it looks like with this primer. Now I've heard lots of great things about this primer, so I wanted to check it out. So this is on both sides. It definitely is matte and blurring, so I really do like that. Now let's try on the foundation. This is it with just one half of my face done, so you can kind of see there that's without anything, and this is with the Hourglass. Definitely like this. This is the Hourglass on both sides of my face. Really luminous, really like this foundation. It does really actually last a long time. Now, I will say with the Hourglass foundation, I find that this does best when you add a primer to it and when you really buff it into the skin. I use my e.l.f. buffing brush and I kind of push this in and then I think it looks really good, but just wanted to put that disclaimer out since I've been wearing this for a little bit. And I'll also just do a shout out that I did my eyebrows before I came in. I don't have a new eyebrow product, but I have been using this new one by e.l.f. This is a drugstore one, but this is their micro fine eyebrow pencil, and that's what I have on today. Two more items that I got at Sephora was this one from First Aid Beauty. This is their Ultra Repair Hydrating Pillow Pads, and we'll take a look at this one first. And I have been using this for a couple days now, and I have to say I really enjoy it. It's super hydrating, it doesn't have any toxic ingredients, and it just adds some extra hydration. So this is what the pad looks like, and then after you do your whole face, you can actually stick it on really dry areas to just increase hydration there. This has been really good. I especially have really dry under eyes, and this has worked really well. Okay, and then this other one, I saw a commercial for it and I just had to have it. So this is the Paula's Choice Cellular Youth Longevity Serum, and this has a lot of claims. It fades discoloration, firms, lifts, brightens, smooths fine lines, reduce the appearance of wrinkle, refine texture, visibly boost elasticity, strengthen the barrier, hydrate, pump, support the microbe, and it's supposed to be an age-disrupting complex. So I haven't tried this one out yet, just seeing this now for the first time. So I will check in later. If this shows up in a favorites, you know it was a good product. Okay, next we're gonna talk about this one. This is from Ulta, and this is a Bridgerton perfume. They had a couple of these different scents, and I have to say this year, Bridgerton has exploded in the merch category. And I just did a whole haul with Bridgerton clothes from Walmart, and I'll link that up above here. But let's take a look. So I got Rebel Vanilla is the formula that I went with. All right, let's take a look at this here. So excited. I love the color too. It just looks very Bridgerton. I'll bring it in so you can kind of see this bottle. But isn't that just so nice? And it's got the decor on the sides. I'm also going to show you in a second here the free products that I got for ordering this at Ulta. Okay, so you've got your little bottle here. Let's do a spray and see how it goes. Gotta prime it. Oh, that's really nice. It's like vanilla, but there's also a really fresh floral scent. This one's good. I'll let you know in the comments whether this lasted and how it did, but I'm pretty impressed right now. Wow, it continues to smell really good. Now, Ulta is known for their gifts with purchase. They had this, and I'm so excited to see this. So it's a sleep mask, and this says Bridgerton Royal Beauty. So you can just kind of put this on at night. Oh my gosh, so cute. Really, really love that. Love the free stuff at Ulta. And I have to admit, you know, I shop a lot at Sephora, but like I go to Ulta first and I'm like, is there gonna be a free product? Where am I at with that? Now, the other thing I did get from Ulta is this Essence Makeup Buffer Brush. Now, I'm gonna be honest, I bought this because I needed to reach a certain number to get some free products. So I kind of threw this in. It was really cheap. Again, I'll let you know I like this brush. The next thing that we're grabbing out of our Sephora box, it's going to be this blush. So this is the Rare Beauty Soft Pinch Matte Bouncy Blush, and I have this in Spirited. Now, this blush has been out for a while, but this shade is brand new, and it's also the first time I'm using these bouncy blushes. I've heard a lot about them, but I just, you know, feel like I have so many blushes, but then this one was new, and I thought, okay, well, let's try it out. So let's take a look at this. Oh, this is a pretty color. I love that. And again, this is called Spirited. So let's go ahead and put some on. See what this is gonna look like, how pigmented it is. Okay, I like that. might be putting a little much on. Okay, another product I got at Ulta is this one. So this is by The Ordinary, and this is their lash curl finisher. And if you haven't checked out The Ordinary lately, they have a lot of amazing products, and I've incorporated quite a few of them into my routine. So originally when I got this product, it, you know, is supposed to be a product to help you hold your curl. So that's the wand there. And I really thought this was a fail, because the problem with this is that you're supposed to curl your lashes, then you put this on, and then it's supposed to hold the curl. Well, small problem, I am terrified of the eyelash curler. I mean, I can't, I just feel like I'm gonna get my eyelid. I can't do it. So when I read that, I was like, oh, I thought this was so I could skip having to do the lash curler, but I figured out a different way. So what I do is I kind of hold my eyelashes and sort of blink at the same time to bring those eyelashes up and out. And then I can use this product. It holds my curl. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this on this eye, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I put this one on this eye, and I will say I tried this with multiple different formulas on this eye versus this eye, and every time I would ask my husband to figure out which one had the curled lashes, and every single time he picked whichever one I had the Ordinary product on. So this does work, it does last, and even if you don't put mascara on, it does just look like there's something on your eyes. So this is a really nice natural product, but it also works with mascara, which it does not mention online, so just wanted to point that out as well. So I'm gonna put this on the other eye, and then we're gonna talk about a new mascara. So I have two new mascaras, same brand, just two different formulas. So this is by Urban Decay, and this is Tube Job. They're lash augmenting tubing mascara. Now, if you're not familiar with tubing mascara, it will not come off with just rubbing your eyes or a little bit of water. You need pressure and water at the end of the night. This is the only type of mascara that I wear because I don't wanna have a black line underneath my eye. So I did go ahead and I put the other Ordinary lash curl finisher on that eye. And I have two colors. So I have Bleach Premium, which is kind of white. And then I also have Auburn Red. Now I'm gonna tell you, we're gonna put this on, but it's gonna look a little crazy. And then we're gonna put the red one on because I think that's an important distinction to make. So I'm gonna put the white one on and I'll be right back. So I put the white one on and I'll show you what this brush looks like. So it's truly white. Now I did use my lash comb. I did feel like this looked a little clumpy. So I did use my lash comb from Tweezerman to just kind of separate out the lashes, but I'll bring that in there. I think it would be a moment. I think if you had some white eyeshadow and you were going for like a very ethereal, it's not as scary as I thought it was gonna be. You definitely have to coat both sides of your lashes. So coat down to get the back side and then comb up to get the upper side. Okay, so now we're gonna put on the other one. Now this one is supposed to be kind of a reddish color, but I have a lot of brown mascara. I really do like that, but you know, who doesn't love color? I mean, this is just super fun. Okay, so I'm gonna put that one on this one and I'll show you what that looks like as well. So it's red, but it's kind of a chocolatey red. So I'll put this on this eye and then I'm also gonna put it over that eye because I don't wanna have two different colors. I think that will not help you to make a good decision. So I'll be right back. I left one video on so we can just kind of see the comparison side by side. Really like this one. I do think this one actually spread a lot better than the white one did, but pretty color. Again, do both sides of your lashes. But I really like this. It is red when you see it up close, but it looks totally normal from a distance. I got good volume and length off of this. This is a good one. I don't have a new face powder, but I did get this one at Ulta a little while ago. This is some of the new drugstore makeup. This is NYX Make 'em Wonder, and I have this one in the peach color, Peach Posse. Now, I will say that the one thing I don't like about this powder is how messy it is. It's not really a great setup and it is really tiny. It does perform like some of my higher end powders. So I'm gonna put this on and then we're gonna dive into some eyeshadow. Forgot to have a concealer and it's the brand new one from Charlotte Tilbury. So this is the Airbrush Flawless Blur Concealer. Now the problem is I got this in medium neutral because when I looked online, I thought that fit the model. That is not the case. So I went back in the store and I'm trying out shade number 3 Fair. So this is what we're gonna put on today, but this is this. I just need to trade this out for a different color. I went in to get shade 3 and they were completely sold out of literally every shade. So they gave me a little bit of the sample so I can see if I can try it. And then I'll just reorder this one online where it's still in stock. So I put concealer under both of my eyes and I'll bring it in close so you can kind of see it. This is a much better color for me. The other one, it was like orange. And I was like, oh, I've made a poor choice today. So I've also used this as kind of like a spot concealer with some lighter foundations. So again, I'll kind of give you my update now that I have 3 on. It was really hard to evaluate this in such a dark color. So we'll see how it goes with shade 3. This other one I got is also from Ulta, and this is Haze. This is by Anastasia Beverly Hills, and this is their mini eyeshadow palette. And we're gonna take a look at how this looks on side. But this is the colors right here. So you can see you do have some mattes, you also have some shimmers, you've got some lights and darks. So let's put on a little eye look and see how this goes. So I'm gonna start by putting this one here in my crease. Okay, so now I'm gonna put this lightest shade in my inner corner and about the first 1/3 of my lid. Okay, now I'm gonna put this kind of middle shade, and I'm gonna put that on the outer corner and then blend it into the crease. So let's see how this looks. This is actually really nice. I like this palette. I'm interested to do some more looks. This was the safest one to do today, but I think you could also use some of this as liner. I think this blue and kind of purple color are pretty exciting. So this is definitely a good one. I'll give you some more hints down below on how I liked kind of the palette when I use it a little bit more. Okay, so I have 2 lip products that we're gonna try out today, and both of them come with adorable charms. Now, this first one I got at Sephora, and this is part of their Tabasco collection. I just had to try this one. This is mild. So there was other ones, but they were sold out. This is the easiest one to get. So that's what we're going to look at today. And they go up in level of heat. So this is supposed to be mild heat. We'll see how that goes. And then I have never tried in all my time the Tarte Marijusa anything. I got their Juicy Lip, and it was because this color just looks so pretty. It was strawberry milk. Let's take a look at this one first, and then we'll do the Tarte one. Okay, so again, this is supposed to be mild heat, so hopefully I can handle it. I sometimes have trouble with the higher heat plumping. So it's a keychain, and then it's also got this little charm. That's so fun. Okay, let's try this on. So it's a little bit of a green hue, but like not that much. Okay, so if this is mild heat, this is probably where I needed to land because that's already, I can definitely feel that. It's not uncomfortable, but it's definitely stinging. So this one probably, maybe you could handle more. I have a very low pain tolerance. It's embarrassing. So let's try out this one. So again, this is in the shade Strawberry Milkshake, and it comes with 1 of 12 mystery charms. So find out what our charm is. Whoop, hello. Guess that was the charm. All right. So mystery charm, it says it right there. Let's see what we got. Hopefully it's something cute. Oh, that's fun. Okay, so it's got the keychain, and then it has a little high heel with little pearls on it. That's actually a great one. I don't know what all 12 are. If I can find it, I'll put it up there for you. All right, so Juicy Lip, and I think I need to start this because it's white. So let's get this started. Is it a lip stain? No, it's a lip gloss. Okay, so I can put it on my hand. So let's see how this looks. Now, obviously I have a little bit of the Tabasco on. I'm not going to take that off. Okay, so I really like that. That's a really pretty color. I like the shine. I get that it's a lip gloss and it's probably not going to last very long, but this is a good one to check out if you've also been wanting to try this. This was a brand new shade in these lip glosses. I think they had 3 new shades, so again, just wanted to try it out. Also, too, I'll mention, which I didn't mention before with the concealer, you might have been wondering, why did she put on her blush and then put on her concealer? So I saw this thing on TikTok where if you put your concealer on, then it helps to kind of blur your blush underneath and kind of make it a little bit more seamless transition. So I'm trying it out. So far, I really like it. Okay, so I finally got to the end of the box here where I've got all the things that I got is free. So I got the Paula's Choice. Oh, I didn't even know they have this. 6% mandelic acid, 2% lactic acid, little sample. And I have their 2% BHA, and I really like that. And then I also got the Tower 28. I had this foundation, the Sunny Days foundation, a long time ago, and I think I liked it, and I just never repurchased it. So kind of revisiting that. And then the thing that I got that was like a 100-point gift are these stickers. So they have I Love My Emotional Support Lippy. We have Ask Me About My Lip combo. So those are really cute. And then the other item I got from Sephora is this. So I don't know how this is going to look. I'm going to be honest. But, so it's On Till Dawn Waterproof Glitter Setting Spray. So hence the bottle being all glittery. And I got the shade Brown Sugar. So we're going to put this on. I don't know. This might not look good. I might look glittery after this. So we're going to do this right at the end. And then the other thing I got, which I had been seeing on Amazon, and then I saw it pop up at Sephora, and I really wanted to try it. This is the Active Glow, what do they call this? Radiance Cafe Polish. And I'll put a picture up there because obviously I already have my nails done. So it's going to be a little bit. but it just kind of basically is really healthy nail polish that kind of just gives you a nice little glow. I got this one in blueberry. So really excited to try that out as well. And then the other thing that I actually got 2 free gifts from Ulta. Again, really, I did a whole video on how to maximize your free gifts, which I'll put up here for you all. But let's see. This one, I got NYX face glue. I also got Doug Plump Plumping Lip Liner. I also got their Plump Right Back Primer. And I love these. So I have one of these smushy glosses and they are so fun. They're like matte, but they go on like lip gloss. So excited to try this one. This one is in Sugar Smush. Now in the other bag, this was the gift I was trying to get. That's why I added that brush on. So I could get all of these free samples and then also a bag. So let's see. We've got Libre perfume. I've also got Ralph New York. That's probably going to be a guy's perfume. I've got Inner Sense daily conditioner and shampoo. We've got a treatment mask, Jean Paul Gaultier. This is also a male perfume. Bare Minerals, the perfect canvas. Oh, excited to see what that is. Stronger with You, Emporio Armani. That's going to be guys. Versace Bright Crystal. Also got, wow, a lot of perfumes this time. Billie Eilish. Ooh, I've been wanting to try that one. And then I've got Tula Skincare. I've got moisturizer and cleanser. We've got this bigger one, a Shiseido powder infusing serum. Gonna have to make sure this doesn't have fragrance in. Shiseido's kind of known for that. Ooh, very exciting. So I got the Drunk Elephant C Luma Hydra Bright. This is great if you haven't tried it out. I got a deep cleansing oil. I got Origins Youthtopia. And then I got Mad Hippie Vitamin C Serum. And on top of that, I get this fun little bag. So yeah, really just the free products. You gotta kind of wait them out. Put the stuff in your cart, and then as soon as you see a coupon that you like, jump on it. So got this little kind of cute quilted bag. Okay, moment of truth. Time to throw this on my face and see how it goes. Okay, I'm a little scared. I'm gonna close my eyes. We're gonna spray this, and then nobody gets to laugh if this looks ridiculous. But I am testing this out so you can figure out if you want to try this. And also, I think this might be good on like the neck and like arms and stuff. Actually, let's try arms first before we go to the face. Okay. Okay, oh, that's not bad. I'm not sure if you can see that. Okay, here we go. Okay, and then always, I don't have my fan with me, but you also always want to give a little fan and just kind of work everything out. Okay, what do we think? Definitely added chunks of glitter. I'm going to come in really close so you can kind of see that. I don't know. I'm going to see. I might not hate this. You can see also too my arm there has just a little bit of glittering. I think it might be really pretty on the arms. Okay, let's go through some of my final thoughts on the product. Obviously, for some, it's going to take a little while before I have full thoughts on them. And also, too, if you like this dress, which I totally do, I'll link in the description box down below, too. This is part of my Walmart spring fashion haul. Lots of great items in there. Definitely check that out. But this Bridgerton perfume, I am still smelling this, and this is still really good. So highly recommend this if you're a Bridgerton fan. And then I'm kind of mad I never tried out any of these Rare Beauty bouncy blushes. This one in Spirited is a perfect like purple pink that looks really good. And I like how it looks so far. Again, I will put any comments I have about longevity and overall thoughts up above if I have any concerns about any of the items. And then Tarte, this is another one where I really probably should have tried this earlier, but I hadn't. So this lip gloss, it felt really good going on. I really like the color. Again, it's a lip gloss. I don't expect it to last very long, but I'll put comments up there, and love the charm thing. They just get me. These hydration pads, huge win. Love these. Have really been enjoying these. The Paula's Choice I have not tried yet, so I will let you know if this is going really well. Okay, the Charlotte Tilbury Concealer. I didn't have the greatest start with this one because I got the wrong color, but I do like it in shade 3. We're gonna see how it does throughout the day, if it creases or anything, and I will leave notes. And the 2 mascaras from Urban Decay. Really like this red one. I think it looks really pretty. From a distance, you can't really tell. Up close, it's kind of a nice little surprise. The white one, I think you're gonna have to have a very specific look for that, but it was not as scary as I thought it was gonna be. Sephora plus Tabasco Plumping Lip Gloss. I'm gonna tell you, I can still feel this one, so I'm not sure if it plumped my lips at all. You tell me, but yeah, this is a mild sting, but it definitely stings. So if you're not into that, don't check these out. And this is the lowest one. They have 3 others above this that go up in heat schedule. The Ordinary already kind of gave my thoughts. Originally thought this is a fail. Now this is a huge success. Huge fan of the Bridgerton eye mask. And then this eyeshadow palette. Actually, I think this is really good. This is nice because I have some of the long Huda Beauty Natasha Denona ones, and those are really hard. So this one might be a nice one for travel, and I like the colors. The glitter spray, actually, I don't hate it. I don't know if this is going to be like a on the daily, but maybe if I had a special event to go to, I'll go ahead and throw this on. And then the Hourglass primer and the foundation. Big fan of both of these. Really, I should have tried this primer years ago when it came out, but I got the foundation. I thought I should get the primer. It says I should try it with the primer, so I did. Power of suggestion. But this is actually a really nice foundation. I've really been enjoying this. I do feel like I get a good longevity and wear time off of this, and I don't know if it's because I've used it every single time with the primer, but this is a good foundation. It's expensive. You know, there's some new drugstore ones that came out that I covered in my drugstore video, but you know, this one is good quality. And so sometimes with the drugstore, you do actually get drugstore quality. Every once in a while you get a nice surprise, but this is definitely high end. It acts it and it costs that much. And then the Active Glow. Again, I'll put a picture up there because it'll be a hot minute until these nails fall off that I can use this. But I've been wanting to get this for a couple months, so excited to try this out. And thank you so much for joining me in my haul. We went through a lot of hot new makeup. Hopefully you found something that you'll like as well. And just remember that all these items linked in the description box down before and also in the pinned comment. I'd love it if you use my links. I don't make any money on my channel and I buy all these products with my own money. So when I tell you what I think of them, I factor in the price that also goes along with that rather than it came free and it's amazing. So if you enjoyed this video, I'd love if you hit a like and I hope you consider subscribing, become part of the Beauty First in 10 family. And I hope everyone has a great day and I'll see you in my next video.